guys. I've been checking out battle reports lately on YouTube, and pretty much every day I check YouTube. Well, pretty much every day I check YouTube for battle reports and for Space Wolf players, and I rarely and I see I'm noticing that I'm noticing a lot of players. I'm noticing a lot of players. They don't. Well, they use the character Murderfang. This video is kind of coming into alignment on why Murderfang is. I think people are failing to see the concept of Murderfang. I think players are kind of failing to see the concept of Murderfang a bit because, or they don't know how to play him properly. I'm noticing, and because I've been talking with some of my guys on my community, and they've been and I brought up that why do players, when they have Murderfang in their army lists, they put him, like, they give him a drop pod, which is great. You give him a drop pod, get him close to the enemy, and on turn 2 you can charge in. But the problem is that a lot of people are making the mistake of dropping him into open terrain instead of, okay, you guys know you're making him a soft target. And also, if you kind of put him close to, say, a building and put the drop pod in front of the enemy, blocking their line of sight to him, it kind of makes it hard for them to shoot him, or it gives him a great cover save. And you kind of wonder, why do you? And I was like wondering, why are they putting him into why are they putting him into a cover set? Like, why are they just putting him out there for everyone to shoot him to death? Yes, he has it will not die, but that only happens if he's not wrecked, and he has no invulnerable save, and he has no 13 front armor. So I don't know why there's no invulnerable save. He's not Bjorn the Fell-Handed. So you have to wonder, why are you doing this? And it seems that a lot. And the thing is that I'm noticing people are playing Space Wolves a lot better. The Space Wolf army is playing a lot better because the GW balanced the rules for the Codex, and I'm actually glad of this. So and it kind of was like, okay, you guys are wanting to make it a fluffy, friendly Space Wolf army, yes, but it kind of takes away from the point of, where are you guys going to drop him? Like, what are you guys going to do? Because yes, drop pod vehicles are a lot better. I'm actually glad, because I'm noticing a lot of people are taking Land Raiders now, so I can take Land Raiders. But it's like, with Space Wolves, you have the outflank rule. Space Wolves have outflank, meaning on a roll of a 4, you can just take a unit of outflank. But and the thing is that what I feel is that because the thing is that in the rules in general, you can't charge out of reserve. But here's the thing: if you give them a tank and have them tank shock out of reserves while outflanking, you can possibly cause your opponent to fall back. That unit to fall back, making it harder for them to you want to break their lines. And it's a great system to do so. Like, okay, you have a Land Raider coming in from outflanking, and you're charging it, and you're outflank, and you're tank shocking or ramming another vehicle with it. And with tank shock, again, Land Raider, you could glance. You can glance strength 7, add +1 for strength 8, you can possibly penetrate a tank with that, and that will be in the side. So, and also, I mean, you just he's a great model, and also for how much he costs. 135 points is an excellent cost. Even though he's not venerable, but great weapon skill. I'm a little annoyed that he's at initiative 4, and so I would expect him to be at initiative 5. But I mean, come on, he can have up to 10 attacks on the charge. He can have up to 10 attacks on the charge. It's not that hard. It's just the thing is, like, dreadnoughts are scary to your opponent, meaning that they're going to try to get rid of the thing that scares them the most. I mean, they're going to try and get rid of the thing that scares them the most. So technically you want to keep him in cover long enough for him to make it to the next turn. Then you can just send him in and charging. And also it's like, also it's like I've been noticing that a lot of people, they love, with the relics, they love the Helmet of Durfast, they love Black Death, they love the Fang Sword of the Ice Wolf. I think people are kind of forgetting a little bit on the rending rules for Fang Sword, which is great. And also with Hellfrost, but it's like they don't want to take the chance. But sometimes I feel that they don't want to take the chance of getting Hellfrost. But it's pretty good. But also, I like the Armor of Russ. Say you're going up against a guy at initiative 6, and you're going up against a guy at initiative 6, and your Wolf Lord has challenged him, and resulting in your opponent's character being knocked down to initiative 1, and your guy at initiative 6, and you're still at initiative 5, and you've got Fang Sword of the Ice Wolf, which can result in being which will also give you rending and Hellfrost. It's a great model, but it's like I'm wondering why. But basically, I feel that a lot of stuff in Codex is not being utilized properly, and it's like the way I strategize is that I think of all these possible scenarios constantly. It's my second nature, and I'm just trying to wonder why this is like. I'm just not like, okay, imagine a battlefield scenario in your head. Like lone wolves. I was gonna do a thing. I'm doing a thing with lone wolves where I give two of them drop pods, drop them into cover where they're out of line of sight, bog down the enemy, and then when they charge it on the second turn, bog down the enemy and wait for that, and they'll keep on and they'll attack they'll go through cover, and they're not going to be in Terminator armor. They're just going to have their storm shields and a combat weapon. That's it. So you really have to think of survival tactics when it comes to Space Wolves, and it's like it's like what Rust said, it's like what Lehman Russ said. We're ruthless, not stupid.